Hello, this is Master347 with an update. And yes, no, another one after all these weeks. But yeah, sorry I disappeared again. But I finally have a new computer set up and it works perfectly. Yep. But more importantly, I find I settled in a bit into my new college. I got a video editor. The other one I brought, the thing is that the one I did right before wasn't that good. The problem is that it's a very basic version. I didn't check. It was Sony Movie Studio, but I should have got Sony Movie Studio Platinum. That one, or Pro if I was super rich, because that costs way too much money. But Platinum at least. So yeah, luckily I found a really good deal on the website. It only cost like £44 or something, as opposed to like 100 and something. It was like a special offer. So, and I bought it just in time at the right price. So it was good. I was already spending a lot more money on it, and it worked for the most part pretty well. I'm still trying to set it up, and it's a little buggy in certain points. I think still trying to set up and check all the settings and all that. But it seems to work pretty sweet, and I'm pretty happy with it. But basically what I'm doing now, basically now I've done all that, again I'm just settling in. But more importantly, better talk about my college. Basically it's the South City Birmingham College, and the one I'm going is actually the one in Digbeth, in Birmingham. What I'm doing is level 2 game development and animation. The thing about the courses is that it was 1 year, and it wasn't like a mistake I made. It was something that they changed and never told. It's actually a 2-year course. It was 1 year, but I'm actually glad it's now 2 years, because the fact that I have to learn how to use Photoshop and a few game engines within 1 year, along with those assignments, that seems way crazy. 2 years makes far more sense, so I'm glad they changed that to 2 years. So it was a 1 year course, so yeah. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, basically days ago to college are Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Wednesday and Thursday basically it's Photoshop, and Friday is pretty much game engines. So yeah, I'm going to use Photoshop. I actually got the latest version on my computer, thanks to my sister and a boyfriend who's a tech whiz, so I managed to get like the latest version. So it was great for me to practice, just learning how to use it and stuff. But so far I'm having a pretty good time. Haven't much any problems so far, and I'm doing pretty well, just taking it slowly and stuff, because I haven't been to college in years. So I'm probably also the oldest doing the course, so there's that too. But I'm getting there. I'm just still trying to settle in that. But those are finally getting somewhere. But now pretty much the most important part, the schedule. I said there will be a bit of a schedule change now because I want to focus on my studies. I'll tell you right now, that Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, yeah, I won't be uploading anything. It's maybe exception on Wednesday. That's probably because if I was recording something maybe on Tuesday or something, maybe, and I already rendered it, but I never like uploaded it onto YouTube, and I just do it the next day, because even if I'm studying, that doesn't really take much thought process to upload something in YouTube and then type something in if I already went and done the gameplay beforehand and the day before. But Thursday and Friday, definitely no. Probably an exception to that rule is if I like a week off or something, do the half term or whatever, or some kind of Christmas break, or the usual holidays and stuff. Weekends, maybe for the most part, sure, but I mean, just I'm settling in the moment, and we're just doing the user programs. But eventually, I'll probably get like assignments or something which require me to like maybe work from home or whatever, or something sort of similar to homework. Except that the assignments, it's not really homework, it's assignments in college. If it's homework, then obviously it has to be done at home. But assignments, they can be done like you do them at home, or you can just go to college anytime you want during the day, off or something or whatever, and just continue working from there if you want to. Because the ID card. So yeah, so obviously that time I won't really do much. But yeah, most days you probably see uploads will be on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, no. And even then, during the other days I mentioned, during the weekend and Monday and Tuesday, if I don't upload like those days or something, or maybe like a week, that's probably because I'm studying. So for obvious reasons. Then maybe what I'm doing in my spare time, when I'm not going to upload anything, is that I'm just going to basically practice Photoshop. Anything I've learned, I'll just practice at home until it pretty much sticks in my head. And the same for the game engines too. Probably game engine a bit more because I get 2 days of learning to use Photoshop and a lot more time. Whereas Friday, it's just pretty much like it's 2 lessons. It's pretty much like, for most part, like 4 hours between each day. Except Thursday, it's actually only like 2 hours, 2 or 3. But that's only because, here's the thing. Sorry. It's terrible. Sorry, yawn. But basically, it's a lot shorter on Thursday because, well, for those who don't know, if in the UK we have GCSEs, and it is actually mandatory. Yeah, because you always got to do written assignments and work. I don't think, no matter what course you're doing at college, it's going to be something written you're going to have to do. So, yeah, but you need GCSEs because you need basic maths and English. I live hand upon the lucky exceptions because, one, I'm much older doing the course, but even if I was a little younger, the good news is that I already have the qualifications for the GCSEs. It was like years and years ago, so I don't really have to do them and stuff, which is great. I got to get it off early on Thursday compared to the others. So yeah, I can time to study a bit more. Yeah, but the biggest advantage is that I can just focus on the actual course I picked, and not the GCSEs. Because if I still do my GCSEs, I have to have even less time to actually do much of anything. So yeah, pretty great. Yeah, so that's why doing GCSEs before going to college is super important. You get good grades in them, you don't do again at college because they are mandatory. They did not stress that enough. But yeah. I'm sorry that all those times I mentioned about me doing my drawings and not showing them off. I'm glad I didn't now because most of the drawing I'm going to be doing is basically on the computer screen anyway. All the drawing I'm doing over the months during the summer is basically literally hand drawing, which wasn't a waste because it was just really getting my imagination flowing and just learning the drawing in general. Eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a stylus for my computer and just practice drawing with Photoshop there, because they're still going to be using that soon anyway, which actually makes a lot of sense, because drawing from a mouse isn't nearly as accurate as from drawing with a stylus, but any artist would tell you that. But yeah, it's a bit of everything. You have to do some drawing in the Photoshop. There's also programming side a bit from the game engines, which is why it's still a pretty good course. They got a lot of people this year for it, so yeah, I was looking at how to get in. Even despite I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest person in the class. I haven't really met any friends yet. I'm just still trying to settle in. Again, autism, so it's a bit hard to talk to people. I'm trying to change that about myself, but it's not easy. But that's what we want to talk about. And yes, I finally have my new computer in there all set up, and it is absolutely amazing. It is a fucking beast. Custom made, 15 RAM, has 120 SSD, 1 terabyte hard drive, dedicated graphics card. Yep. And even nicer, one thing I decided to add in just for the laughs was that also the fact that usually most computers come with this built-in Wi-Fi or whatever, but I didn't want any of that, and this decided to go for Wi connection because it's a lot more secure and also the fact that my hub is a built-in Wi-Fi anyway, so there's really no point. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. I'm definitely really enjoying this computer. It works really well with Windows 10. I used Windows 10 a bit before my laptop, but I rarely use my laptop, so now I use it all the time. It's my computer is the main thing, and it's working really well and a great time with it. It's just a lot of fun. It's just fun to finally get a computer after all these years, which isn't super sluggish or slow or has random blue screens or something. You have no idea what that's like. Unless you have a super old computer which you've had for over a decade, which I did. In fact, I still have it. I put it away in my old box. The only reason I haven't thrown it away yet is that there might be some data left I might have to put on top of it. And also, I'm thinking of probably not selling it as a whole, but maybe just dismantling it and taking it apart and setting up things individually. Probably most likely the hard drive and the RAM, because my wish computer does have 1 terabyte, and the RAM is a few gigabytes, so I could easily sell those, because I don't think it's very hard to sell 1 terabyte hard drives and gigabytes for some extra cash. I could probably even sell the case. It's a bit more unique, but yeah, the CD drive is probably awful. Yeah, speaking of which, my computer comes with a CD drive, and it wasn't a lie at all. It works perfectly. Yeah. No, there's a CD drive there in the description, but none when it comes to the package, so no much of that lying bullshit. And I know people said that using stuff like drives on like a dead medium, but again, that's not the point. It's just the principle of the fact that they lied to me about it blatantly in the description. In fact, sending back that piece from Peacewell is probably the best thing I ever did. At first I thought maybe I'm just being super stingy and stupid, but I'm really glad I stuck to my guns, because this new computer is not much better. It's custom made to what I want it to do, and it came with a 3-year warranty as opposed to a 1-year warranty from PC World. Yeah, so it all is working really well. But again, I just love the fact that it's so fast. Because unless you have a super old computer, which is like a decade old, you have no idea what it's like to have a super old computer, which takes ages to set up and to turn on something for just the basic things. You just turn on the computer, you will never take over to do something like that, then you know something's wrong. When I opened my Internet Explorer, or the Firefox in my case, it was super slow, and it wasn't because I had a bad internet connection, just my computer was super slow because of the RAM or something. Again, it was just a really old computer. But the fact that, again, I mentioned this before my other update, we'll talk about this again, that Windows is discontinuing Windows 7, like updates and stuff. So, yeah, I couldn't escape the fact I needed to get a new computer, and I'm glad I did. All those programs about, like Photoshop and stuff I had to put in, I would have been a waste to put them on the old computer if I'm getting a new one. So, yeah, I will continue with Fire Emblem. Basically until I'm finished that, but afterwards when I eventually do go into other games, it won't be nearly as heavy as an RPG like Fire Emblem and stuff. Luckily, because I did most of it like over the summer and months and all that, I can still finish off really well because of all the constant interruptions and distractions, get away for college, the fact that my computer didn't work, or the fact that I didn't even get the right program and all that for my video editor, all these things. It's finally done. I can just focus basically on me for a bit and, well, just going to college. It just feels nice to have some sense of normalcy again. Probably this time. No more false hope. So, yeah, I will continue on just doing Fire Emblem now. 3 houses. And before you ask, I'm not going to do all of the paths in Fire Emblem. That would take way too long. That's why I'm going to do my own time without recording. Because that would take for like forever. Because I know about the multiple pathways. I'm just sticking with Dimitri's and the Azure Moon, thank you. But yeah, if I were to replay any other games or stuff, It'd probably like give a small playthrough, maybe a boss one, but nothing too big or taxing or really heavy, because I want my mind to stay focused on the task at hand, which is getting through my college work. Yeah, it's definitely much better going to college. I feel a lot more focused. I feel like eating more properly now. Just feel like I'm together or something. But yeah, that's all we're going to talk about really, my updates and all that, my schedule. Have any questions about the schedule, something, comment below. Or if you just want to question me from going to college and all that. But yeah, that's okay as well. But yeah, again, I'm really sorry for the time it's kept disappearing, reappearing like that. But again, like I said, this life gets in the way, and you know, obviously I had to deal with it. Yeah. But with that, it's Master347 for live update, and it's finally good to be back properly. Sense of normalcy. Go back to my college now. Got a kick-ass new computer. Yeah. And everything else seems to be working out the way I feel it should. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry if I kept dipping in and out. But yeah, I'm back now, and hopefully I can go back to giving you the content that you deserve. So see you guys later.